Hello! In this video, we are going to give you a quick tour of MindTap, the online solution for career and technical education courses for Greene's Entrepreneurship Ideas in Action, the 6th edition. Right now, we are in the MindTap interface. On the left-hand side, you'll see the learning path, which is organized exactly like the ebook. So if you had a copy of Greene's Entrepreneurship text next to you, you'd see that there are 13 chapters in the book, and there are 13 chapters in this course. All assessment, practice activities, and graded tests are already aligned within the e-reading chapter content, as well as the full ebook. On the right-hand side is where teachers would see recent activity scores on submitted assignments once students start working on assignments in MindTap. Let's take a look at Chapter 1 to see what we'll find in each chapter. When I open Chapter 1, you'll see that there is a reading introduction, as well as an activities folder and a review folder. When I open the activities folder, you'll see that the readings are broken up by lesson, and there is a review practice activity after each reading to check student comprehension. Let's take a quick look at what the ebook does. Now, the ebook in MindTap is more than just a flat e-reader. It's fully interactive. When students open a reading for the first time, you'll have a hyperlinked table of contents so you can quickly navigate. All of the images, figures, and graphs that are in your print book will also be available in the e-reader, and all key terms are hyperlinked with the definition. As students are reading in this ebook, they can have the entire text read aloud to them. They can increase the font size, bookmark pages, and even print pages where there's something really helpful. As teachers or students read, you can also highlight text and then annotate by highlighting in any of 4 colors, adding notes, having text read out loud, or even creating your own flashcards. As a teacher, you will have a 5th color, orange. So if there's something really important that you want to make sure your students focus on, you can select that with the orange highlight, and it's now a shared highlight. So when the rest of your students come through and access this reading, it'll be pre-highlighted for them. Likewise, teachers can also add notes and share those notes with their students. Once I type the note and click the share button and save, this note has now turned orange, and it'll exist in the margin for all students as they come through and read. So this is a great way that teachers can help direct student reading even when you're not with them in class. Teachers also have a little pencil tool that students do not see, and this allows teachers to select that pencil tool, and then anywhere where there's a plus sign, you can add any of your own media, resources, documents, PowerPoint lectures, whatever you want to grab from either your Google Drive or your Microsoft OneDrive. Teachers can also add RSS feeds for a listing of current news articles, web link activities, as well as YouTube video searches. So let's take a look at that. If I want to add a video from YouTube, I don't have to leave MindTap. I can just search for my video from here. And then I'll find the video that I want. Click continue. And then I can preview that video to make sure it's the correct one, add text before or after to add further directions from my students. And once I click continue, that video has now been added right within the ebook and all source information, so that when students come through in their reading, they can now watch this video as well. I'm going to hop out of the ebook now and back into the learning path. In this entrepreneurship course, once students read a lesson, they'll then engage in a review activity that's going to help students practice comprehension of vocabulary and key concepts. Now, because this is practice, teachers can still see how students did, but it's not going to add to their overall grade in the gradebook. Teachers, of course, have the ability to change how assignments are delivered, whether they are graded or practice, and so on. You'll see that there's some true and false questions here, as well as some multiple choice questions. Because this is practice, I can check my work and get immediate feedback as I'm working through. It'll tell me that's incorrect, and it'll also show me a part of the ebook I could go to in that lesson to learn more about that question. Once I submit my score, Then as the student, I'll see my score and I would have the chance to take it again if my teacher has allowed me to have multiple attempts. After I've worked through reading and reviews, you'll always see Sharpen Your 21st Century Skills for each chapter. In this one, students are learning how to create effective business letters. And in these assignments, students will have some information, usually a step-by-step and an example document that they'll be creating that would help them in their business. And then they'll have an activity where they can try it out on their own. So they'll be able to prepare their own documents, upload them, and submit them for a grade. And teachers would be able to view the student submitted documents and add a grade for those using the Gradebook app, which is over here on the right-hand side called the Progress app. After the chapter activities, the chapter review folder will offer additional practice, study tools, as well as assignments that could act as a homework or quiz grade and test grades. The assignments will show the end of chapter assignments that are also in your print book, including the summary, what should you do now, key terms review, reviewing knowledge, applications, and academic connections. In these activities, students have multiple chances to work through real-world scenarios that are tied to learning objectives from the chapter, as well as many activities that could be completed individually or as a group that relate to cross-curricular areas like math, history, communication, geography, and so on. Every single chapter, students will start working on their business plan project as well. You'll see this in the reading under assessment, but students can also submit their business plan projects using the Build Your Business Plan project assignment. So as students go through the course, they're building a business plan throughout every chapter. So that same instruction from the ebook will be in this assignment. And again, students would create their file, upload it using the Choose File here, and submit for teachers to grade. There'll also be chapter quizzes, which would help students prepare for a chapter test using the test bank, so true and false, multiple choice, matching, fill in the blank, and so on. The Be Your Own Boss activities, again, give students a real-world scenario where they can practice making decisions. And in here, these would be short response exercises. So again, students would submit this. Instead of getting immediate feedback, they would have to wait for the teacher to grade it, and teachers would be able to see student assignments from the Progress app. Now, the Winning Edge feature, if your school is part of BPA, FBLA, or DECA, or even if not, these are really fun activities that students can work and as a group. They give examples of competitions across FBLA, BPA, and DECA. It'll put you in a scenario, students can give it a try, and it also directs them to the current performance competencies and the CTSO website where students can learn more about that competition. Students end each chapter with an auto-graded chapter test. This was a quick tour of the kinds of assignments and activities you'd find in MindTap for Entrepreneurship. Let us know if you have any other questions. You can always contact us at ngl.cengage.com/CTE. Thank you.